Hey everyone, we're out here on a busy bike trail and we happen to find this nice water snake and he's about to cross the trail. So what I wanted to show you guys, and he's going to be a perfect example of this, is some of the easy ways that you can mistake water snakes for copperheads. In fact, I was just having this discussion with a lot of people. We are posting on some local town Facebook groups to see what snakes people are finding in their towns. And we have a number of people that think they're seeing copperheads when in fact what they're seeing is this guy, the northern water snake. Now, based on the size of this one, I would say this is a female. The males don't usually get quite so big. So this is probably a girl, not the biggest one you've ever seen. Oh, look at that. And she's showing us right away. No, get back here. Hey, hold on. See if we can get her, guys. She's almost certainly going to bite me. This will be fun. All right. Now, what I wanted to do is use her here. I got to be gentle with her. You don't want to pull too hard. Remember, they have a very fragile spine and ribs. So I'm going to pull her right here in the middle so I don't pull her too hard. Got to get her out of this vegetation. But I want to help her cross the trail. But hold on one sec, guys. Let me put this phone down so I can get at her. There we go. See what we do? We have her right in here. So I want to pull her out because I want to show you some of their defensive behaviors. Oh, she's doing exactly what I was hoping for, guys. So here, oh, neat. So she's tagging me a little bit, but oh, there she goes. She's tagging me a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but she's going to be a great example of how we can easily mistake water snakes for copperheads. And here she's doing it very well. So a lot of people will tell you that copperheads have a triangular head. And this is what happens. As soon as you see a water snake, if I can get her to hold still a little bit, girl, settle down here. So as soon as settle down, girl. As soon as these water snakes get excited, look at her go, guys. She is striking all over. So as soon as they get excited, that head begins to flatten out. So if someone said, is it a triangular head? I think most people would say, yeah, that head is getting very triangular. And the more they get defensive, the more they're going to flatten out that head. It's going to look very triangular. Look at her. She is going crazy, guys. She's giving us good defensive strikes here. So some of the other ways you can easily mistake water snakes for copperheads, boy, she's giving us really nice defensive behavior, is if you look at some of these triangle patterns. Settle down, girl. You see some of the, she keeps tagging me, but if you look at some of the triangle patterns that they have there. So a lot of people know that copperheads wear sort of a bow tie pattern, a little bit of a Hershey kiss pattern, you might call it. And when you look at that pattern, you can see all those bikes going by. They think I'm crazy. But if you look at that pattern there, it's easy to see what looks kind of like an hourglass bow tie, Hershey kiss type pattern. But on the copperhead, it's much more clear as a Hershey kiss pattern. Now, here's an easy way you can tell water snake. Hey guys, I'm just doing a video.
It's not a copperhead.
No, this is a water snake. And so that's a great question. We have a biker right here who just asked the question we're talking about. He asked, is it a copperhead? And so some of the ways you can tell apart copperhead and water snake is look at the pupils. That's why I'm getting a nice close look at the eyes here, because you can see that they have a round pupil, the shape of a circle. That's something you typically see on water snakes. On copperheads, you're going to see more of a vertical elliptical pupil, kind of a cat-like pupil. And anyway, this is a very common water snake. Has tagged me a couple times. You can see right on my thumb there, just a couple little pinpricks. If I give her a chance, see, she'll probably tag me again. See if I do that. If I tease her, she probably will. Although, yeah, maybe she's gotten it out of her system now. So now, there she goes. She's not, it doesn't quite have it out of her system. But water snakes they're one of the most common snakes to get a defensive bite on in Pennsylvania. So if you're going to meet a snake in Pennsylvania that you don't want to bite you, it'd be this one, if you don't want to be bitten by the snake. So if you see a water snake, if you don't feel like being bitten, it's better not to pick it up. We're just doing snake videos here. So if you see, let's say, a ringneck snake, a brown snake, they're probably not going to bite you. Northern water snakes will bite you almost every time. So I'm going to give...
What kind is that?
This is the northern water snake. What would you have guessed?
probably a water snake.
Yep, yeah, you're
It has somewhat of a triangular head. That's why
that's exactly right. So we're doing a video right now showing the differences between copperheads and water snakes, and a lot of people say exactly what you just said, that it looks like it has a triangular head, and so many people will mistake that for the copperhead because they have the triangular head. But
that's the 8th snake I saw this year so far.
The 8 snakes so far.
I saw it all a couple years combined.
Yeah, this is the right time of day to see them. That's for sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th water snake. 3 black snakes. 2 black snakes and a garter snake.
All right, that's neat. So on this trail, what I've seen this year, brown snakes, rat snakes, garter snakes, ringneck snakes, and then this would be my first water snake of the year, I think. So I'm up to 5 species. Now on this trail, we've also seen some milk snakes, some copperheads, not very often though. So
yeah, it sort of has the markings of a copperhead too, in a way.
Yes, it's very easy for people to mistake them. And if you look over here, this is where I'm seeing the most triangular markings, where people would say, look at those triangular hourglass type markings similar to a copperhead. But you'll see on their bellies, they actually have very pretty markings. I'm going to see if she'll let me show the belly a little bit.
Well,
See, once you handle them a little bit, they usually stop biting quite so much. Although look at this girl, she still is ready to bite me as much as possible. So let me see if I really want to show your belly, because you have a great looking belly. So if I can get her upside down. Now, of course, isn't that nice? So I'm just doing that for the video. So look at that beautiful belly you see on this water snake. It's a part of the snake's pattern that's often underappreciated, is they have this gorgeous belly. Anyway, guys, that is our northern water snake. Nice meeting you. Have a nice walk. That's our northern water snake, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to help her across the trail in the direction she was headed to, and she was actually headed towards the river. So I'm going to try to get her towards the river and certainly off the trail, because as we've experienced with just a couple of the hikers and bikers that are coming by this morning, right away everyone thinks it's a copperhead. And so I'm afraid this girl is probably at a lot of risk from humans today who are going to think she's a copperhead. But really gorgeous snake. So I sort of want to stay and photograph her, but what I would like to do is show you the release. So instead, I always like to show the release so you guys know we're helping them across the trail. We're not taking them with us. And so rather than keep her to photograph for a minute, I'm going to take her right across the trail, and you guys can watch as she goes into the vegetation. So let me pick my tired self up. Look at that flattened head getting all triangular again. If I touch her tail, she'll probably do some more strikes for us. Atta girl, nice. She's starting to mellow out. So usually that really crazy behavior, there it goes again. She's not totally mellow, is she? Look at her there. So probably she'll tag me a couple more times, be my guess. Here you go, pal. But now if I don't want to be tagged, watch, if I pick her up nice and gently, I can probably avoid being tagged if you do it just right. Look at that. Boy, is she flattening out. So I'm gently picking her up from the middle. I'm supporting her weight. I'm not going to restrict her head. Some people try to restrict a snake's head, which is very dangerous for the snake. It can hurt their spine. So I never like to restrict their head. Of course, if this was a venomous snake, I would not be picking it up at all. I would be using my snake hook, using special tools. But look, when I gently pick her up, look at that, guys. She's actually not tagging me. So I'm not restricting her head. I'm giving her space to move. We can appreciate her beautiful markings. And I'm just going to take her right across the trail. This is the direction she was headed. So thanks, guys, for giving reptiles a chance. Going to move this one off the trail. All right, pal. Have a good day, buddy. And there it goes, guys. It's off on its way, heading towards the river. All right, I'm just going to flip this around to say goodbye. Well, guys, it's been a lot of fun. Got to find my bike. Where'd I put that thing? My bike is back here in a pile somewhere. I think it's all the way back there. So anyway, guys, I'm about 15 miles in, hoping to get another 30 miles out here today. So hopefully we'll have some more snakes. I did have some cool lizards that we found earlier. I didn't do a video, but I'll post the pictures of that stuff a little bit later. So thanks for giving reptiles a chance. Thanks for joining us. Whew, it is going to be a hot one today. It's going to hit the 80s again. I'm already sweating, and I think it's just in the 70s. So that is our water snake. Hopefully that will help you recognize water snakes. The next time you guys meet a water snake, you'll know it's not a copperhead. Thanks for giving reptiles a chance. Feel free to follow us, forgottenfriend.org, Forgotten Friend on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm going to try to close this thing off. Have a great day, guys.